Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Well, this is odd, isn't it? Chilling in building in the evening. Although I suppose for some of you it's the afternoon, isn't it? Or even the morning, maybe. Wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for joining me today, and welcome back. What the devil are you all? I'm knackered. In Englishy speak, that means very tired. No. That one. Yeah, sorry, just trying to get music doing things properly. So, welcome back. What was I saying? Yes. I am really, really tired today, so I apologize. We're going to be on a bit of a go slow. Perhaps might not be as upbeat and chatty as I usually am, but I'll try my best, guys. It's been a hell of a day. I haven't even got to get changed. I'm wearing a t-shirt that's covered in tiled associated stains. So, the kiddos had a hell of a freaking couple of weeks now, because she had tonsillitis, which she had a course of antibiotics for, and then antibiotics. Of course, what antibiotics do is they absolutely freaking nuke your immune system, don't they? So then she finishes a course of antibiotics. The antibiotics leave her system, leaving her immune system like, hey, where did all our fucking reinforcements go? What the hell's going on here? Huh? Where's everything go? And then bam, she's got a tummy bug. Bam, she's got conjunctivitis. Bam, she's got a cold, and a cough, and oh my god. And then the wife gets one of them. The wife gets the cold, right? So she's now wiped out. She's basically been in bed all day, unable to get out of bed. So it's been a pretty bad one. Can't send the toddler into the nursery because she's like a zombie, infected, diseased. So I've been at home all day with the toddler, and a sick wife, and you know, toddler's been grumpy because she's ill. Which is why I moved Chillin in the building from my usual slot to now. Now, fortunately, toddler is in bed. The wife was never out of bed, so he's in bed. So yeah, I'm a little tired, but I'm gonna do my best today. Thank you so much for coming along. I know the timing is a bit weird and we're off of routine and stuff like that, but appreciate you coming along anyway. Thank you very much, guys. I've done a little bit on the carrier here, off camera. Some more work on the bottom side of it, not a huge amount, to be honest. Some texturing on over here as well. But that's pretty much as far as I've gotten. and had any time really to carry on with this thing off camera. So, but anyway, we're going to park this thing, and I'm going to try and get it done as quickly as I can in the background, and then I'll bring it to you when it's done. But yeah, it's coming. It's just gonna smidge of a go slow, but there we are. Anyway, you mean you're plum tuckered? Exactly, Billy. Billy, yeah. Hey, you guys. Let's do some hellos. And we got here. We got Canoe. Good evening. Yes, Zombix. Welcome along. Billy, Rad, Trekker. Hey, everybody. Makufa. Welcome along, Makufa, over on Twitch. Prime. Welcome along, Prime. Chucky. Good to see you again. Eunice, Brandon, Day, LD. Welcome along. Who else we got? We got Heckin' Diver. Hey, everybody. Builder royalty there, old Heckin'. Oi is over here. Welcome along. It's that Welsh water, ain't it? Hey, hacker. You had a chance to chill out. I am chilling out. I'm chilling out. This is called Chillin in the building. It's in the name, hacker. Void Raid, welcome along. Does little one take supplements? Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does. She does. We get her daily multivitamins, including D3. All the Ds. You know, vitamin Ds. I will come through that camera. I will stop it. Anyway, Blind Leader. Welcome along. Insert German voice actor here. Nein! There'll be no times! That's terrible. Oh my god. Hey, Kaiser. MD318. Welcome along as well. Hi, guys. Okay, so what are we doing today then? I'm parking this ship over here, right? I think the subject came up perhaps in my last survival episode, I think. I don't remember now. Anyway, the subject of starter TVs came up because I think the Super Destroyer that I'm using my survival one have just sort of outgrown and it's become a bit awkward and a bit annoying to use, right? So I was talking about it in the survival series that I do on Fridays, and I think a new starter CV is in order. Now, it's a weird one because I already have like 1,000 starter CVs, but I don't have very many that are set for Reforged 2. The one that we used is the Lynx here, which is really, 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 really starter. Like, it's a teeny tiny itty bitty thing, right? It's a box, just to get you off the planet fairly damn quickly, right? Well, and I think I'm going to go a little bit bigger, a little bit. So I call it a starter. It's going to be one of those starters, you know. It's going to be a starter that some people will look at it and just be like, in what universe is that a starter? Because yeah, I mean, we reforged into kind of choices of starter is a Tenacious, which is a Reforged 1 ship. Yeah, I mean, it's a good ship. Does it work in Reforged 2? Yeah, not really. And the Lynx. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So, I want something that does everything that the Super Destroyer does, but better. With future-proofing in mind, upgradability, and stuff. Yeah, well, she, like I said, Prime, she did have a stomach bug pretty much straight after she finished a course of antibiotics, so that probably wiped out what immune system she did have left after the antibiotics, and then the other things came in on after that. Hey, kid, it's all spaceships. You'll need to build yourself a better tankier SV as well for use against the Legacy. The problem with a better tankier SV is you need then more thrusters to make it even viable, which means you're spending less CPU on weapons. So yes, you've got a tankier SV, but you've got an underpowered in terms of weapons SV. So yeah, it's a tricky balance to get. And I mean, I'm definitely up for doing another SV, don't get me wrong. But I don't think there's anything wrong with the Javi, you know? It is pretty tanky. It's just when it takes a missile in the back quarter, it hurts. It sounds like skill issue. A space spawns. Oh, what? Spanj. There is a supplement you could buy from places like Holland and Barrett called Cat's Claw. Good for helping with viral infections. Okay, Cat's Claw. Never heard of that one. That sounds like witchcraft. I might look into it just for giggles. Maybe a starter that can fill the role of dropship later. Exactly, Patrick. Exactly. Mining carrier done. Not done. Not even close, Merlin. Don't know. I've taken it offline because we've done many streams of the mining carrier now. And I think everyone's a little bit bored of it. So I'm going to finish it offline. I mean, you got the general gist of it now. I've finished the interior. The exterior shaping is done. You know, it's just a case of doing all the finer little fiddly boring details on it. So I'll do that in whatever spare time I can find to do that. In the meantime, we're going to start a new capital vessel today, and it's going to be a starter ship. Yeah. I'll tell you one thing that we are going to need as a measuring stick. So a new battleship. Let's think about this, right? So what does a starter ship need? Like, okay, we'll boil it down to the absolute basic parts. It needs a warp drive, needs some shields, and needs enough engines and some storage to get it off of the starter planet and into space so you can start mining lasers, and running POIs and trade missions, right? So storage and some kind of landing capabilities, right? You also need, it's a mobile base for a while, because when you first start out in the galaxy, you don't have a base. You're looking for where to establish a base, or you're a nomad style player, in which case your ship becomes your base. So it needs construction capacity. It needs garden for food growing and fiber growing and stuff. But yeah, it needs to be a lot of things. And balancing it within a reasonable amount of CPU is going to be the real challenge here. Upgradability. I think the best thing I can do here is build it to Core 413 and then strip it down to like 4.7. 4.7 starter ship. Seriously? Am I real here? Can we go lower than Core 7? Maybe, I don't know. You're really pushing it there. Because naturally, when you build in a ship with upgradability, it's going to be huge. It's going to be big. In order to facilitate upgrades later on, it needs to be big. And any ship that's big, even one that's built out of steel and plastic, is going to be fucking heavy. Which means you need thrusters in order to get it off the ground and at to warp speed with cargo full of shit. It's really tricky, right? Now, I've come to the Ushan here because the Ushan is the measuring stick that I need to measure a landing pad for. One of the things that the Super Destroyer, and it sucks at many things, but it really sucks at carrying things, right? Its hangar bay is too small, its top deck is lumpy, and yeah. So if we can have a landing pad that is a big enough blueprint for the landing gears here of the Ushan, then it can carry a combat capable Core 9, yeah, it is Core 9, I had to think there for a second, Core 9 ship for legacy harvesting, and that is good. That is very good, right? So let's count. We need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 28, 29 long. 29 long by 15, 17. Okay, so let's just say 30 by 20, right? So we need a 30 by 20 platform. And that will hold the Ushan. The Ushan. Jay's Makar ASV could take off as Core 1. Boom. There you go. Prime. Nailed it. It is possible. Of course it's possible. You strip it down enough. You prioritize the thrusters power to up and forward and minimal thrust in any other direction. Then, you know, technically it can lift off. You can get it to warp speed and you're out and about and you're in space and you can actually start the game, right? You can strip down a Core 1. Core 2 or 3 at start is usually my goal. Yeah, nice, Grim. I like that. Good. Then upgrade 5.7. And now we're back on cold medicine. Tiger Balm beats the crap out of Icy Hot effectiveness. How about a modular ship? One that can be upgraded with pre-made modules. I'm not making a Helios. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not making a Helios. Yeah, the Makar is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. What a wonderful build that is. I don't want to make a Makar. I do want to make a Makar, but I don't want to make the Makar. You know, I don't want to just be like, hey, let's just copy that. No. I need to make it unique in a way. But I suppose it's going to share a lot of similarities with the Makar because it's going to be a flat top. Unless, no, it's going to be a flat top. It's going to be a flat top. I need to... You know what? One of the things that I really need to do is get a different system because this one it's very bright, but only from that angle. So let's.
Welcome aboard.
I'm gonna mark this. I'm just gonna say mark this. Creative 1. We'll actually start some building in a minute, guys. Don't worry. Let's go find a different system. I think there's a K6 nearby that's like super bright. There's a K. Oh, there it is. K6. Ramon E. Ramen. Love some ramen. Yeah. It's off. 6 mediums to lift, 4 forward, and 2 in each other direction to start with. Nice. Ions, I assume, as well. That's the other thing, because ion thrusters aren't, like, you know, amazingly powerful, are they? So, this is a nice bright red sun. Is that going to give us problems? A red light. Going to make everything look red. That's pissing dark. Do you know what I miss about the old creative mode? Is the light box that you had in like a cooler orbit was bright as hell, you know? Yeah. All right. This'll do. This'll be fine. It'll do fine. Right.
Welcome aboard.
So we made a start. Let's go. All right. Let's delete everything apart from that forward-facing block there, so we know. What was it? 30 by 20. Yeah. Okay. So we should probably start with the top deck, and then at least that we know that's the footprint of the landing pad on the top, and we can sort of build something around that, right? And top deck should be pretty much made of steel. So let's put a space there. All right. All right, so let's go. We were 20 is an even number though, isn't it? 19. It was 18, I think. I rounded up to 20. So we go 19 and 29. Well, actually, we can go 30 that way. That's fine. Yeah, let's go 19. Wait. That's not even. Yeah, okay. That's fine. 9 on either side. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's it. And there we go. So that's cool. Hey TMBN, what's up? Hey Merlin, thank you very much for gifting a sub to Laney. Does she need one? Hey Oscar as well, thank you for gifting a sub to Crazy Irish John. Awesome, dude. Fluff, thank you for the resub, prime sub. Good evening, Spanj. Oscar as well, thank you for the bits. I appreciate you very much. Thank you very much. And for the 15 months. Good evening, Oscar. You were on one today. I love it. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. You're awesome. And a hype train has just started over on Twitch if you'd like to partake. That would be awesome. Nice reverse tuxedo. All right, so it's 30 forward, right? So if we do let's just do 15, right? And then it will go 15 that way. That'll be 31. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. So dimensionally, that is the top deck, right? Now I don't have, this is my problem, I don't have like necessarily a shape in my brain right now how I want this to do. I mean, you put a big square top deck on and you're pretty much dictating the shape that it's going to be straight away. I wonder if she will notice. Well, Lainey, I think, is still very much recovering from COVID at the moment, bless her, so she probably won't for a while. I think she's still very much trying to get recover from that. Why things have been so quiet around here lately, huh? Alright, let's see. A real live measuring stick. Here we go. Through the landing gear on the back there. This is going to be very, very close fit for the Yushan. But the Yushan is not a massive ship, right? No, not by a long way. It's not a massive ship, so go 1 over, and that means that we definitely got that in easy. And then this is already wide enough, so we can actually go 1 in. And what I'm thinking here is where we do a little bit of shaping. And we What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? So my immediate reaction was to bring the top deck and then bring it back in. But why? Why don't we just go wider? But we don't need to go wider. If we go wider, we're making this thing even more expensive. Mind you, we're gonna need a. What the hell happened here? Oh, damn it! Yeah, I see what I did. I see what I did. Yep. Okay. We need that one off. There we go. Okay. Come on. Sorry, talking to my brain. I'm trying to come up with a shape. A pass-through hangar and asymmetrical. Not bad, Brent, not bad. You're thinking Thunderchild / Jupiter, aren't you? I don't want to necessarily remake ships that I've already made. I always try to come up with something unique looking. Round as a shape. Thanks, Johnny. Appreciate it. Thanks for turning that, buddy.
Welcome aboard.
Is it COVID or a milkshake? It is not milkshake. She doesn't do milkshakes anymore, guys. That is old news. You guys need to get a new joke on that one. Props from the wedding. Yeah, probably. Almost certainly from the wedding. Poor girl. Bless her. She got betrayed by her own wedding invitation. All right. I've got two shapes in mind that are in conflict with each other. One is a more kind of industrial bulk cruiser kind of look thing, and one is a more, say, sleek, but honestly it's probably not going to be that sleek because it needs to be cheap. The thing is with like sleek ships is they end up being bigger, costing more because you spend more blocks shaping it, right? So I think we'll go with a more kind of industrial-esque looking thing that I've got going on in this brain mind of mine. Okay. Yeah. See, I'm gonna make that. Spanj, how about an unstretched eagle from Elite with a pass-through docking bay? I don't know what that is, dude. How about a planet POI CV killer for the new legacy POIs? A new ground pounder, you mean? Not really viable, to be honest, mate. CVs get such a penalty against POIs, like, it's crazy. Like, POI, you think those POI weapons did a number on my SV. You park a freaking CV above that thing and you just watch it melt away. Build a cube. Build a cube! Well, did you know, the Pulsar, is it the Pulsar class destroyer corvette, whatever it is, the Imperial one from Star Wars? It's a carrier, right? But it's the top deck is all flat and it's arrow shaped, triangle like any Imperial thing. But the cockpit bridge is like right in the nose. It looks awesome, and then it's got four underslung hangar bays and stuff. It's really cool. But I was thinking maybe a top deck with that sort of shape, you know, an arrow, right? That peaks out here, and then you tuck the bridge underneath. That could work. That could work because we'd have to run it. It'd have to be pretty tight. We could use the ramp blocks, which would give it a nice. That angle would be good. Spanj should try Elite Dangerous. Well, I picked it up free on Epic, so yeah. Isn't Elite Dangerous another one of those games? It's basically a job, though. Right. Here we go. Do it. Do it. See, this problem. The problem with this is going to add a lot, but actually, if we're going to do a straight-through cockpit, on top of this, or underneath this, I should say, then we're going to need the extra space here, aren't we? For living quarters, a farm, that sort of stuff, right? So last one, and then that's it. And we kill it off there, basically. And this is narrow. Well, that actually connected. Nice. Right. We take it down. And then part of the top deck shaping here is actually part of the rear engine nacelle. So I'm not sure what have we got there. We've got 2 block, right? It's not very much, so we haven't got a huge amount of room to work, but 2 blocks is enough to put those small thrusters in, isn't it? Not bad. And also we can also tuck it underneath. Yeah, okay, cool. That's fine. Let's do this. Harsh angle that way. Like that. Then along. Okay. We're okay. We're all right. And then let's bring this out a little bit more. But we're going to tuck it back. I'm going to tuck it back in, like here. Or actually, what might be better is tucking it back in downwards. Reverse that way. Like this. So you have a put straight down here. And I don't know how high I need to make this thing yet, but we now need to do a measuring stick kind of thing on the hangar bay. I'm actually wondering the proportions on this thing is going to be quite like tall. We could actually probably make it wider. In fact, it would look yeah, because let's bring in what's the tallest one is probably actually the rock hopper, which is now on the workshop, by the way. Yay! Oh, not published. Spawn. The rock hopper is now on the workshop. Right, so we got SV. We want a decent amount of clearance on there, so we don't feel overly cramped. And we need block coverage on the bottom as well. So let's say, oh, one more, I would say. One more, that's the bottom. Okay. So we have a quasar style, quasar, not pulsar, quasar style carrier. This section will be a sort of floating cockpit slash bridge here. And that, based on what you need, a one gap spacing for the glass to sit in. So you'd be there, which means the bottom of the cockpit would run there, right? So that limits then the space you've got for the fly through hangar bay. Bottom, we were quite generous with the space there, so actually that might work fine. But that's the height of the vessel, and you see proportionally that doesn't quite work now. We need to make it wider. Otherwise it looks stupid. Rockhopper, the new Reforged Eden 2 version of the CX-15 Skyminer. Yes, it is. Except it's got even more kit than the CX. The CX-15 is like shit compared to the Rockhopper, it really is. I'd like to see a CV shaped like your channel emblem. Somebody did actually build something. I think it was a base though. Dock ships cannot engage in combat. No, you're right. Thank you for the hype train there. That was awesome, dudes. Let's see. Who else we got? Operator Hoot, thank you very much. The 64 months Prime sub. Thank you. Merlin, gifting another sub there. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that, man. Very, very cool. You guys are awesome. What are you guys talking about? Thanks, mate. Oh my god. I wanted to make it look good and luxurious, so we won't want to get rid of it. Thank you, Merlin. I appreciate you doing. In my ride version of the 650 always felt it lacked the oomph. Spanj, doesn't it better to make half through hangar from left to right instead of back to front? Not necessarily, because if you've got the engine nacelles here, right, down the side, and the nacelles are a really good way. Thank you, Johnny, for gifting memberships over on YouTube, dude. Oh, you're super generous, man. Thank you very much. Too much! Feels! Thanks, Johnny. What was I saying? Nacelles are a really good way of getting a lot of bang for your buck out of your thrusters, as you know. So, having a lefty-righty cuts through your nacelles space. Also, I think you can get a bigger hangar, fronty backy. Too much time with the toddler. Right. I gotta make this wider. Simple as that. Proportionally, it's all wrong. So that's fine. Not a problem. We just need to be careful now because we don't want to make it too wide. So it's gonna now make the cost too much, right? Because the bigger we make it, you son of a penis. Where are you now? Where? Oh, God damn it. Right, hang on. Remove selection. I hate it when it does that. You miss the fecking button and it creates a new bloody selection box or some shite. There. Right? Cut. Paste. 1, 2. 3. Paste. Move that over here. Cut. Paste. 1, 2, 3. Paste. Remove selection box. Wider still, I think. Alright. This can go now. I don't need this hanging over me like because that might be also distorting my visuals of the thing. That is some serious reflection, isn't it? I think another 2. Another 2, both sides, so another 4 in total. Cut, paste, 1, 2, paste, move over, cut, paste, 1, 2, paste. Alright, it's definitely big enough to take the Ushan on board now. It might even be big enough to take something else as well. And to be honest, we measured it on the Ushan. We've got a little bit of an impression of the hangar space with the rock hopper there in terms of height. But if we're going to take this thing up to shiny or whatever, then we need to make sure that we've got space in this thing for upgrades as well, right? So yeah. Holy bloom, Batman, yeah. It's a lot of bloom, isn't it? Much shine and sparkle going on from there. So I think let's slap you back on. We can go another 1 and another 2. Now I got to be careful here because as tempting as it is to go all the way to the end with that, I also want to be able to add some laser drills in the nose here. So if we've got a cockpit, say there, and that leaves, yeah, eight slots here for laser drills. Can you imagine 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the nose here? And that's a decent amount of actually drilling capacity. And to be honest, even if that doesn't work visually, 6 is good. 4 is good. 4 is good, you know? So having the blunt nose on the end there is going to help us have a decent line of sight on some drilling and mining. That's good. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what we can do with this. We have a steel chassis. Laser drills aren't very no, but the space for them, having them, a space for them to go is very good. The mining carrier is not done. I've taken it off. I'll do it in spare time because from a stream point of view, I think it's done, and everybody's kind of a bit bored of it now. So I'll finish the mining carrier off in whatever spare time I can find to do it, okay? But no, it's not done. No, it's not done. It's not done. It will never get done. It will get done, Floating Fat Man, because I spent far too much time on it, and the interior is fucking awesome, so. Could use a retractable tool turret for drilling purposes. Sucks! Nobody wants to use one of those. They're awful. They're terrible, terrible, terrible things. Thanks, Chucky. Always, mate. Always half a job, yeah. Alright, we got an opportunity here as well for a lot of turret placement, at least on the underside of this thing, because let's say we're going to bring this up from this point here in sort of like that, right? So we get the slopes up. We get the sort of like angled hangar bay. Now, if we bring this under by 1 block, so we get that nice little sort of angle going on all the way around. We've got to be careful here because, I mean, the temptation here is to just like build the shapes and stuff like that and get carried away with that. What I need to do ideally now is fit the big giblets in there, all of them. That is not correct. There, that is correct. There we go. So yeah, if I put these ones, and then that is now an extra block that we've got to play with, and we can slot some retractable turrets into this area underneath, and that would be very good for planetary bombardment. Excuse me. Bombardment. Anyway, yeah. Could have a load of turrets in there. Sweet. 5x9 hangar door. I don't know if I'll use a hangar door. I might just use shutter doors. The blast doors, sorry. Depending on the size. The hangar doors are annoyingly specific. Right, so that's perfect size for a drive thruster. 3 across, more than enough high. Same on that side. Obviously won't start with drive, but we'll put the space in there for one. And I think with the reverse thrusters here, there's only a one sideways gap here, but you can actually use antimatter, large antimatter thrusters, the 3x1s, and they give a really decent amount of thrust. So you can actually be pretty flexible now, a lot more flexible than you could in Reforged 1 about how much space you give for thrusters, because it doesn't take a lot to get those antimatter converters, and the large 3x1s don't take quantum processors. So you can actually get antimatter thrusters reasonably easily, as long as you don't go for the crazy ones, right? Blast doors are expensive, but they're also very flexible. We'll see. I'll see if I can use a hangar door, but they're not flexible. We'll see what goes on. Okay, let's see if I can zone out this hangar bay, right? So we've got the rock mole. I haven't got anything bigger than that, I don't think. Maverick, the Jabby is actually slightly wider. Okay, that's fine. And I've never used the Dread because it's a bit silly. Tomahawk is same width and height. Okay, cool. I just want to get an idea of how big I want the entrance hangar bay to be. So how much of a corridor we need to make. And then, of course, we need the bays on either side of it, ideally. Is Spanj building a small quasar carrier? Skawoo! Freaking nailed it, dude. Nice work. Yeah, heavily inspired by the quasar. Heavily inspired. I wouldn't say it's a recreation, certainly not. But yeah, this front section gave it away, huh? What is Spanj's current favorite game, and what does the spaceship from that look like? What if my favorite game at the moment didn't have a spaceship in it? That'd be blasphemy. Now, I suppose my favorite game at the moment does have a spaceship in it, and I've already built it. So, yeah. But that changes. Changes quite often. My favorite. So let's go, I say we go this wide. Right? Let's have a look at some hangar doors. Obviously the little one, we want to go probably that, I would say. Piece of it. I don't know if that, it does actually fit in there. And it is actually center. Bang on, look at that. That is the door.
Welcome aboard.
That is the door. I'm going to do that thing that annoys everybody, and I'm going to turn it upside down. Yeah, turn it upside down. Well, I don't know. So the upside down thing is great for SVs. Not so great for hovers. Not so great for hovers, but that is the door. There's more than big enough for all of my current Reforged 2 vehicles. Let's bring this. This is the corridor then. So the same door at the front here. That means we got maybe 6 bays. But I mean, this is before we've added any warp drives or shield capacitors or anything in, right? This is gonna be tight in these nacelles. They may have to make these nacelles a little bulkier, bring them out a bit, you know. Four bays. Or just 2 big bays. I knew. See this. I knew it. I said that at the start, didn't I? I said I put starter in the title of this, and then someone will come along and go, "That's a starter. That's an in-game CV. It's so big." Hey, Papa.
Nope.
Fill the ass with engines. Engines everywhere. You speed around. Each blast door have 1 watt power consumption, and you will need force fields to use with them. Yeah, 2 big bays. I think, Billy. Yeah, I think you're right. So that leaves this little nook here and this nook here for things like shield generators, warp drives, generators, fuel tanks. Well, maybe not fuel tanks. Fuel tanks can go pretty much anywhere, right? Same with O2 tanks. We only need a few of those, so they can go anywhere. Fuel tanks can go anywhere. We need cargo boxes. We need at least 640 units and a harvest box on top of that, I'd say. You can get away with 4, but you want more. You definitely want more. More is good. All right. And then we've got to run a corridor all the way down to, oh, that goes, so that's a little bit of a pain in the bumskis, isn't it? Uh-huh. We're going to get to about there. If we're flying from here with a wonderful view, we're going to have a fantastic view out the front here, right? It can be great for mining. And then what? We've got to go all the way back here. And then probably have like a little window down there and a corridor off to the side. Like this. Realistically. We can angle it. We can angle it at the same angle as that, but yeah, it's going to be an awkward looking corridor from the interior that way. Exactly, Chucky. Spanj, what are you building today? Hey, Darkest Soul, we're building a new sort of starter CV that we can essentially upgrade all the way to core 9 or beyond, but we're going to strip it down to the lowest core level that we can get. 1 ammo, 1 input, 1 harvest, 1 deconstructor input, and a sorted box of stuff. Maybe 1 640 for trade. Yeah, but you got to think of the long term. This is what I'm thinking of. You know, I want the awkward thing with container controllers is that they generally, in these ships this size, they form part of the superstructure, right? Because the block space you need to use is also hull space, right? Floors, ceilings, walls, that sort of stuff, right? So it's not really something necessarily that you can easily strip down later. Yeah, basically you have to include it. Yeah, ammo box as well, obviously. Uh-huh. Alright. I'm like, we need to make it bigger! But I don't think that's a good idea. Okay. So let's get another one of our measuring sticks. The javelin. It's probably the longest, widest. Definitely the longest one. And it doesn't matter if its nose pokes out ever so slightly because it's the longest one. Right. That is a bay. Let's do this at the bottom because internal walls are going to be plastic or container controllers, right? That is a bay, and let's see if we can get the rock hopper next to it. Yeah. There we go. All right. So that's our hangar. Currently wondering, maybe we could bring this out the back a little bit more. We've got all this like dead space here because we've got this nacelle that comes out. Maybe we could do something with that. I'm just trying to think like what. We'll bring this further out and then do something with that. Yeah. Do something with it. Good. I'm off to kill the Lumina. Be back in a bit, so you will be muted. All right, Chucky, good luck. A top loading bay. Oh. Yeah, but there's going to be a great big capital ship parked on it, so it's going to be fairly useless as soon as you start using this top deck, isn't it? And then it's just another thing that has to be catered for, so I don't think so. What I might do is take this hangar door out and put in a boarding ramp in this space, couple it with some ramp doors, so it's more of a hover loading or an unloading area, and that will counter this corridor, to solve this corridor problem, right? And then we can flip that door upside down and turn that into the SV way in, way out. I think that would probably work better than what we got here, because this corridor is going to be a pain in the ass if I have to bend it that way to go around this hangar door. If I can go straight into the hangar here and then have like a path down to the sides, that would be so much better. Got to take into account as well. Bomb. fuck is that gonna go? Bam. And constructors as well. Yeah. Suddenly it's looking a little crazy. Gonna be really cramped in these little quarters here. Basically everything's going in there. Can't really do much with the bays apart from line them with container controllers. I could mount some constructors into the walls of the bays, but it'd be better mounted into the walls here, which takes into this space. Yeah. But I'm gonna start a CV, yep. At least space for one anyway. I might just put truss blocks there, you know, just so that you can add them as you get the, as you can make them, right? But the space for one, yeah, definitely. I want the space for decent shields as well. This is starting to like look really cramped already. Because really, you know, I've got this big nose at the front. This nose at the front is just a freaking platform. The CV is just this box here, and like 70% of that is hangar bay. Yay, Christian. Yay, the second suggested modular ship, but they're a pain in the ass, and I'm not making one. Sorry, blunt. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to utilize this rear area for things. More things. All right, stuff like generators and fuel tanks and stuff. And then that would have to be shields and CPU, gravity, constructors, ammo boxes, farm. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's bring this out. Bring this out a little bit further. And yeah, hang on. I'm gonna make this wider as well. Yeah, okay. I think I got an idea of what I want this to look like now. So this is just a frame. All right. Yeah, there we go. That'll be okay. That's it. There's plenty of room in there for thrusters. More than enough room in there for thrusters that we can utilize that same space for other things, right? Alright, let's do a bit of shaping so I can give you guys the idea of what the hell I'm talking about. Platform itself. And this shaping, this is going to be interesting. Okay. I've done this before on previous ships. This is nothing new. You bastard. No, I'm trying to delete it. Thank you. Right, save on wait, I'm going to use carbon blocks here. Because technically that doesn't need to be anything. New starter CV, so that means bare minimum to get out of the start. Yeah, exactly, Joda. I mean, it's going to cost a lot of iron. I'm not going to be under any delusions. It's not going to be cheap on iron, or carbon for that matter. But you know, they're easy enough materials to get early game, so shouldn't be a problem for anyone. Hopefully. Right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to bring this back. I've judged this wrong. No. I think it'll be okay. We just have to... Yeah. It's going to bring it down another one, actually. And that's okay. Hey, Andreas. So the idea again of this ship, for you guys that weren't there at the beginning when I sort of went through my brain fart coming up with this thing, is that yes, it's going to be probably a pain in the ass to get this in straight away. So it might be like a second tier starter for a lot of people. You've got, so in my library, if I was looking at my ships alone, and then you know, obviously you guys play with whatever ships you play with. So you might start, I just want to get off the starter planet, you go for the links, right? You get the links, and that's how you get about and going and starting gathering resources and things like that. The next ship that I went for in my solo play is the Super Destroyer from Helldivers 2. Which is a beautiful ship. It actually works, but it's kind of shit, right? It's been great, actually. It's just, yeah, I've hobbled together a number of really pain in the ass solutions that doesn't really work. And I knew it didn't. When I built this thing, it was literally a vanity project because, you know, the Thief Super Destroyer is a cool-ass looking ship, right? So, learning everything that I now know about Reforged 2, learning everything that I know is wrong with the Thief Super Destroyer there, I want to make something that has the longevity that this ship has afforded me in my solo play. I mean, this thing, I'm still running with it now. But I'm getting to the point now where I'm outgrowing it and it's a pain in the ass to use. So the Thief is 4 quantum processors to bring in. It's not crazy expensive, but it's certainly not a starter. I want this thing to be easier to bring in than the Thief, but in the long run more usable and have more function for longer. You know? So, yeah. That's why this thing is looking massive already. But remember, the ultimate plan with it, it will be gutted, essentially gutted, to reach core 1 or 2, basically. Yeah. Okay? Hope that helps. Explains the situation. Vincy a little bit. Anyway, so we've got this slick bat thing here. This is good. And this is going to give us a little bit more space to work with. that actually gives us some shape on the bottom to play with as well. Let me undo that because that would have deleted on the other side. Good old symmetry mode. Gives us a bit of shape to work with on the bottom, which is lovely. That gives us something for our landing gears to sit in. I'm sorry, repeat that entire thing again. I zoned out. Thanks, Robert. And Git. Today's Git award goes to Robert for being a classic Git. All right. Awesome. Okay, so let's start putting some devices in this thing, because I think that's going to be really important to figure out where everything goes next. So let's just go ahead and shove a basic warp drive in. And we're going to start with some ion thrusters here. I don't know whether they go straight for advanced, because I think we need the advanced to get the thing off the ground, maybe. Let's see. Let's go straight for advanced lift thrusters and everything else like normal ones, although I suspect we might need a couple of advanced forward thrusters to get us up to warp speed, you know. The warp drive then. Warp drive's a tricky little beast. He's a tricky little beast. I do like on all the sort of carrier builds that I've seen from Star Limits and J Rando and, you know, Filbert and really, really good high quality builders like those guys. They have this way of, they put the warp drive freaking centerpiece of the hangar bay, and it's just beautiful how they do it. And I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, I can't really suspend this thing off the ceiling because you're just going to bump into it when you fly in. You're going to donk. Oh, crap. Yeah. The other option is, because I'm looking at changing this out, is I put it actually, let me take that block out now. I can put it up the front like that, over the top of the hangar bay. Bearing in mind that there's going to be a drop ramp right here where your hover vessels, I might move this along a little bit actually, like say there. No, one back, sorry. Think about there like that, yeah. But I think about this corridor coming in here. So if we put the warp drive there, SVs aren't coming out this way, right? Okay, so hover vessels coming out that way. And we're going to have a hangar like, hang on, I don't know which way around this is. Oh, that is the correct way around. Look at that. You nailed it straight away. And that is... That's actually perfect. I think I might have nailed it all in the first freaking try, guys. Holy crap. And that's perfect as well, because that's one block lower than where the landing gears will be, right? You know, there's a drop ramp here, and... Is that right? Is that going to be okay? I might need to move it back, you know? Move them back a block. If I line this one up right, and then the others will follow. Go back. One more. And down. There we go. Then I can get these guys out of here. Slap them in the side like that. There we go. There we go. All right. So we'll have a ramp down like that, and that's where your HVs are exiting. The core won't be there. All right, so that should give enough clearance there with a little bit of jiggery pokery from the warp drive getting underneath it with something like the Javelin. We'll need a little bit of armor underneath this as well, because those ramps don't provide a huge amount of protection, but some thin plate Xeno or something should do. Are Helios style modulars still viable for Reforged 2? Yes, Kiki, they are. But recess it in the ceiling and gribble around it on the roof. No, because one of the things that's really annoying about the Super Destroyer is that the roof is lumpy, and it means that the landing gears don't quite connect. So if I start mucking with the roof here and making it lumpy, it's gonna really piss off docking any other ships than say the Ushan. And I don't want to make it just good for the Ushan. I want to make it good for pretty much anything you want to park on the fucking top of this thing, right? So, I mean, it will be recessed in the ceiling. But if you follow this line here of the ramps, there's going to be a line like that across the warp drive. So you'll have this corner here will be basically just joining blocks. There won't be actually anything in there. It'll just be a corner there and a corner. Show you. Be one there and one there, and that might be a thin block anyway, and it probably will be like a Xeno thin or something combat steel thin, maybe something with a lot of armor, even for a thin plate. Fair enough, blood. It's all right. No, I appreciate the suggestions. I keep them coming, obviously, but yeah, I will obviously tell you no if I disagree, and hopefully explain why. And if I don't explain why, then probably because it's so fucking stupid that you should be ashamed of yourself. Hang on. What the am I doing this wrong? Yeah, I am. There we go. We don't need... We need that, but only... Can we do a little bit longer? I don't necessarily need it that angled. That is the same length as that, isn't it? 1 by 3 by 1, yeah. That should be plenty, in fairness. Is that O2? No, it's not. Hang on. Let me get the... oh, shit. Sealed one. Let me get the O2 one, because otherwise we got 1 by 3 by 1. Page up. Thank you. There we go. So when that's open and that's open, that's more than enough space. I mean, it's a shame that you get this force field graphic here, but I only think the force field isn't on these ones because the power's off, so they should join up. Right. I'm not hearing the game sound. Oh, yeah, I am. Yeah, that's fine. Right, so that's pretty good. That's a nice shallow angle. That's going to look dope. I was thinking maybe a port for such a module, center rear on this, or possibly even 2 if she's wide enough. Port for what? Spanj, you could raise the bridge area up by 1 block or so and have the area behind us parking space. Yeah. Well, actually, do you know what? You say raise the bridge up, but this is going to be the roof of the bridge, and actually we could make it heavy glass. And so you'd actually have visibility out of the roof there. I think it would look really cool. Have a wraparound heavy glass. So you're basically sat in the middle, your top and bottom heavy glass, and lots of visibility around. I think it would look really, really sweet. But I'm only going to make the bridge area 1 high. It's nice to have a big, wide open, high ceiling bridge and stuff like that, but that's really not... It's really not necessary in the margins of something that we're trying to get as practical as this kind of thing. The glass conning tower. The conning towers are a pain in the ass because if you put a repair pad on the deck there to repair your CVs, then the conning tower usually interferes with the bounding box of what you're trying to repair. The conning tower can also interfere with any ship that's just bigger than the platform. You'll have to move it around and stuff like that. So we're going to make the top of this as flat as possible, guys. All right. It's going to be flat and boring. I'd insert a joke about, you know, somebody who's flat and boring, but let's not go there. Let's just not go there. I'm talking for clearance for the front hangar. So you'll have, yeah, height-wise, good point actually, because you got, how many blocks is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. 4 block height clearance.
Headshot.
This is huge. It's not. It's not actually that big. The shape looks like the Vindicator, the G-rated version. Let's be told. Do you plan to use decoys? What for? What? For what? Combat? This ain't a combat ship, dude. They can get it the F out of combat. If you're going into combat, leave. It's pretty much going to be a roadkill beaver with a big butt. Yep. Well, I'm anything but flat and boring. Well, okay, sometimes boring, but never flat. Nice, Billy. Honestly, a prominent bridge on a spaceship might look good, but it's a bloody stupid design. First place to shoot at. Yep. Like my wife. Wall shadow, you beast. Sanj never explained why you said no to my suggestions. Draken, that's not true. Although I have definitely recently sometimes just said no. You're not wrong. 420 says, do you think they will ever get some decent AI in this game? I'm kind of burnt on these games where it's just spongy aimbot AI because they don't want to budget for a real engineer to make some decent AI. No, I don't think they're ever going to do that. 420, in all honesty. Does. Warp drive in the hangar. Do you want some Star Wars kid stuck in a fighter to float your ship up? I mean, that would be pretty awesome though, wouldn't it? Take this! Yeah. Yep. It's always enough clearance until you get stuck in there. Oh, what do you want, Robert? Do you want an open top frickin' thing? It's never going to be a prototype, unfortunately. Big sad. Well, yeah. Big sad, but realistic, unfortunately. Big sad. Right, anyway, I was shoving things in holes. What's new? This, the corridor from the bridge, can now come up to here. See, and then we got a straight shot onto the warp drive, so we can have. Let's bring this down. And then if we bring it down better than that, bring it down from say like here. Actually, we can start having our corridor sideways from there. And then we've got our walkway into the hangar. Swish. Alright, annoyingly sized warp drive. Done. We can even put the Pentaxia tank and loop it around like that, or we can do like that and build it into some kind of engineering featurette here, but I think that's going to be too close. So I think I'll just put it here and put a little thing there so we can put some pipe decorations or something. And we'll build it into the greebeling around there or something like that. Okay. Let's see, we got an angle here. Nice. That works. No, wrong one. That one. These are all in the right back in place. Okay, so we got that, we got that. Let's put some thrusters in place then, and we're going to need at least, I think, some advanced lifty boys. Which we put there. That is actually quite bedded quite nicely. Do we need to, can we lower that? Maybe, yes, we can absolutely lower that. I'm in charge, it's my build, I can do whatever I want. You can't make me. Shut up. Sorry, I was at a little moment with myself there. Let's make a feature out of this thruster because it's such a nice little... The port is attractive. And it does mean that we're going to have a hotspot in this bay. But that's fine. Deal with it. Just don't stand there, dumbass. Right? But that means that we're going to be able to see that thruster from inside, which looks great. And we have got a more inbuilt, in-place thruster port to play with there when we come to texturing and stuff. Just don't stand there, all right? Stop it. Right. So, what's a good idea here? What's a good idea here? But that's where the anti-cooler goes. None of the off-rack engines have an AI module, unfortunately. It's why we see so many decent games like this one that could be so much better if it had good AI, but it has to be custom per studio. It's funny, like, I remember reading about or looking up Dual Universe when it was announced, and the lead like designer or programmer on Dual Universe was an AI expert or something. It was like a, you know, PhD in programming AI or some craziness, even like qualification. And then he made a game with no fucking NPCs in it. It's like, what? Okay. Random. Never before. Dude, thank you for gifting 10 memberships over on the YouTubes. Thank you, dude. Oh, Adonis, I missed your $5. I'm so sorry. About the ability to collect from auto miners while not leaving the CV. Love the steams. Keep up the work. Thank you. And Papa, thank you for the 44 months resub. Appreciate you guys. Sorry, I missed that. My apologies. Never before, though. Banging out 10 memberships. Dude, that's so cool. That is so cool. Thank you so much. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, I gotta put... Bear with. I gotta put a drive thruster in there, right? Not because I want there to be a drive thruster in there when I publish this thing, but if there's space for a drive thruster there, and space for a drive thruster as the main thrust... Oh, yes. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Then we've got upgradability in the back, right? With drive thrusters. The problem I'm going to have is that I'm going to build around this drive thruster, and then I'm going to, when it comes to actually bring it down to core 1 or whatever we're going to bring the CPU down to, we're going to have a fucking great big hole, because what's going to be in there is going to be a little baby little thruster. It is very generous, never before. It is very generous. 10 memberships, that is a lot. That is a lot. That's a lot. Right, that is taking a lot of scroll, so I apologize if I've missed some things. What did you expect from an AI expert? They know how bad AI is. So of course he left it out. Good point, Kiki. Had to give him 10 members to see the rest. Thank you, never before. Oh my god.
Welcome aboard.
That's what he said. She has upgradability in the back. Spanj, was the plan not to build it full scale, then scale it back? Yes, it was, Billy, yeah. Yeah, thanks, Robert. Yeah, no, yeah, bring it. Bring your naysaying nonsense now. Okay, yes, it will be to scale it back. We'll put the drive thrusters in there. And we'll put this is going to be a pain in the bum though, because that is okay. We'll put advanced thrusters in the sides like that. But like I said before, like thruster flexibility has never been better from the Reforged 2, because you can have the small thrusters give as much thrust as the big ones in some cases, just by upgrading the plasma or antimatter. Let's spread these two out. I don't want to take up too much space at the front here, because obviously we need the 3x1s in there, right? So that's probably far enough there. And let's use the 3x1 large thrusters. If I can find the damn things. The ion one I want. And that's the medium. Okay. Large. There it is. Large ion. Come on. All right. Down thrust is going to be an interesting one, isn't it? Do we sink them into the platform? And do we shove them all in the back here? I'm tempted just to like pop them in the back. What she said? Captain Bladgy, thank you for the follow. Wildcard as well, thank you for the 13 months resub. Kevin, thank you for the sub as well over on the YouTubes. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I need to move this guy over one block. Yeah, of course. That is irritating. That'd be fine. That'd be fine if there's an advanced in there. It really would be. Yeah, the drive thruster there just, oh my god, it's off. It's off. It's off. All right, fine. We'll ditch these ones. To be honest, we'll make those like antimatters as well, and it'll have awesome. It'll be awesome. All right, so we've got to drive down, and I got to try and remember the only thrusters that are really important when it's starter ship is lift and forward. All the other ones can suck, right? As long as they're there, you know, you get some performance out of them. But lift and forward, that's how you get off the freaking planet and you get going. All right? Okay. We've got thrust in all directions now. And although I'm not overly happy with the lift thrust situation, as in, like, I'd like the option to have some additionals in there, because I know it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Just have the drive thruster, and it can be an advanced for the blueprint. It's all good. Start CV with endgame potential. Exactly. Yeah. Hey Yozi, Oz, welcome along. You have thrust in all directions, but do you have an ammo box? No, I've not done that yet. Right, so we got warp thrusters all up in the nacelle area. Around these, this is quite good actually, because you're going to be hot spots and crap all around those hangar bays. But those hangar bays, you park ships in them. You're not using them. You're not stood in them. You'll only ever go in there if you need to go, say, around the back of the rock hopper, and that's only if you reversed it in. So, yeah, I think that's quite a good way of laying it out, really, if I may say so myself. You know. Anyway, warp drive, pentaxi tank. Let's put a shield generator in, decent one. Advanced, regular because of the size, but yeah, let's do advanced. Shield generator. This is something that now it's going to be asymmetrical in terms of bits. In these quarters here is where we're going to be shields, CPU, constructors, a farm somehow. No, I'm going to do this. Medical, although we might be able to swing that up by the bridge somewhere. It's all like one high now, isn't it? So yeah. Spanj, your euphemism reminds me of a head teacher I knew who was retiring. When he asked how he would like to be remembered, he replied, by a huge erection in the park. He meant a statue. Love it. Love it. Very good. Very, very good. Big fan. Okay. It's the same whichever way around I rotate it, right? So we could put that like right in the back corner here. Like that. For space efficiency. Or we could put it in that corner where it's protected better. This is right next to it through a thruster, which you know, get targeted. So let's not get our shields shot out in the first accidental missile hit from a Periat or something, yeah? To be honest. Let's put some hardened steel. I'm not going to go combat because that is just a bit stupid. But let's put some hardened steel. Right here for the shield generator to sit on, like there, right? And the reason I put that like that is because on the left here, I'm probably going to have some shield extenders, capacitors, matrix, chargers, capacitors, that sort of thing. I always find when I do shields in a CV that just going for the big mother duckers is the most CPU efficient. You know? If you can have 2 capacitors and 1 charger, then you've got it at the best and the most efficient CPU to output kind of thing, right? But it's also the most expensive CPU. Because if you got these ones, these are 8,000 CPU, and these things are 12,000 CPU, you know, and these are 18,000 CPU. Holy crap! But you get so much more for your bang for your buck with those ones, right? 18,000 CPU for one of those, which outputs 32,000 shield capacity, right? 8,000 CPU for each one of these, which outputs 8,000 CPU capacity. So you need 4 of these to get that 32,000, right? Which is 32,000 CPU instead of 18,000 CPU. Mr. Star, why not go for Xeno? Alright. So, for the purpose of making sure we got the space, I'm going to put 3 of these absolute gangsters in here. I know, madness, isn't it? These are pretty arsing expensive. Can't put them there because that's the bottom of the ship, right? So on the inside like this. 1, 2. Three. And that is 73,000 shields. The shield extender is going to be more expensive than the rest of the ship. Bear in mind, guys, I'm just putting them in so that I know that the space is there for them, okay? I will not leave them in. The space will be there, and that's it. So probably, realistically, in order to have any kind of like on-foot access to this area, it's probably going to have to move that one to here, which is extremely vulnerable. But let's just go ahead and put some hardened around that whole section there. All right. Don't worry, there's going to be shaping and whatnot around here, but that is going to be the layer. So we'll have a little like area here where you can walk in and obviously start shoving down or managing whatever shield components you want here, right? There we go. Nice. So a fair amount of titanium right there, but I think, you know, that's probably going to be it, really. Apart from a bit of combat steel under the warp drive there, and that's just to protect the thing that's protecting you, you know. Spanj placing hot thrusters near hangar. Don't stand in hotspots, idiot. Spanj later. Where shall I place the arms locker and med station for ease of access for POI rating? Right on the hotspots. You know it. All right. That looks like an ugly box at the moment, and that's because it is. We will take those out when it comes to blueprint time, and we will replace them with the small little guys, and we'll probably have something around about 15,000 shields or something like that for the or 1 or 2 or whatever it's going to be. It might even be less than that, maybe like 4,000 shields or something. TLDR, this is a starter. Again, it's a starter with future potential. All right, stop it. Okay. Now then, that leaves us with not a lot of room above this for anything else. However, it does give us a 1x1 room, the 1x1 area, which is enough for storage, which is enough for, I mean, we could definitely use storage. This whole roof could be container extensions. Put ammo extensions over here, for example, and put the container extension for ammo like over here or up here or something, just where it's not going to explode the shield generators. Remember, it's only the controller that explodes, not the extensions. So the walls can be extensions for all day. Yeah. The most fun for us is teasing him on his build. Yes, I know. Yes. All right. Or this could be a really good place for medical, armor lockers and stuff, because we're going to be coming in from this corridor here. We're going to be going right and then left and then basically along this space here. So we're going to be coming out right here before we enter the hangar bay, essentially. So that gives us an opportunity to have something here that's useful. All right, shields. Probably the biggest headache done, really. Taken care of. The shields. They need so much freaking room. Generators is the next biggest headache, and we're going to need advanced large generators to keep this thing freaking running, to actually make it run in the first place, and that doesn't leave us with many options. However, that being said, boom. Oh my gosh, that is gonna roast. Actually, no, you can have a block gap. It'll be all right. You can have a block gap. That's fine. Let's do a symmetry on this one, actually. There we go. And again, I can't stress this any more times, I think. It will not be an advanced large when it comes to blueprint time. Probably just be a large. All right. 2 advanced large generators should keep us going for a while, and having them tucked away in the nacelles as well means that we free up this space for all the other stuff that we still need to squeeze in there. Gravity generator, for example. Another awkward thing, and we're going to need a fairly decent gravity generator here because our bridge is right at the bloody nose of this thing. So that's probably a large. And I try and put it as far forward as I can here. It ain't going to be central. So let's stick with a medium. I think it's Control F to preview. Yep. Put that medium there, and then Control F. That does not extend to the bridge. The other option is we do 2 gravity generators. We do one at the back here that's a small. And we do Control F on that one, and that will not cover the hangar bay. Holy crap. Okay. Oh, crap. A medium could even go up here, to be honest, but we're starting to eat into space that we don't want to be eating into. I don't want to put it in the floor. Let's maybe try a medium here. Okay, that's better. There we go. A medium covers the hangar bay. And then we'll probably have to like, just hide a extra small or something in the floor or something around here. Let's put the medium in place so we can actually see that in action. I think the large ain't going to cut it though, guys. Just to sort of just to rule that out. Yeah, just look at that. It just, unless we put the large there, that does it. There we go. We'll just use a standard large generator then. Go. Start CVD diffusion. Yeah. Maybe. So that's another awkward one. Done. Now then, garden, farm, plot, and stuff. Yeah, that is a tricky one because that is 3 blocks we need. 3 blocks height. So that's 1 for the farm plot, 1 for the plant, and 1 for the grow light. So actually, if you include the ceiling in that as well, it's 4. 4 blocks high. Now the ceiling in this case is going to be the flight deck. All right, so that's easy. And that means that you've got grow light, plant, farm plot. That's the level they need to be at, right? So let's just go ahead and put them in there. There we go. Actually, not too bad. I'm assuming to put them here. To be honest, I haven't actually. We could put them up against. I'm trying to think about this like logically now. We need to put constructors in, deconstructors in, but we got the place there because we got too high in this gap, which is perfect for constructors. We can create a whole little constructor room in here, which can look awesome. And above it, we've got all these grow plots. This is gonna work. I don't believe it, but actually this is gonna work. Let's think about this then. So if we come right up to this wall here, let's do it from the back corner. And we've got to be careful here because obviously thrusters, hotspots. So that's 9, 18. And if we eat into this wall, which we don't really want to do, to be honest. So let's give ourselves a little bit more breathing room on that side. 18. Do a gap in the middle, and then do another 18. Boom. Room to spare for cooking stations, some seating, and a view. A ship of this nature would be a short-range traveler, so you could live without the garden. No. It's a long-range exploration vessel. I never tried it, but will things grow if those are placed as a wall? No, you can't actually rotate them that way, I don't think. Oh, you can actually. Well, I've actually never tried. But I think I remember somebody saying it before, and it doesn't work for some reason, but right now I can't remember what that reason was, and I'm realizing I sound like a complete and utter freaking fraud. Phony! But yeah, no, there is a reason. I just can't remember what it is right now. He's a phony. Let's do a raised and a lowered around here, so we have a nice view out of this area. And we can't really do the same on that side, so there's going to be a bit of asymmetry there, I suppose. Symmetry? Asymmetry, guys. I really want to groan them on the roof now. Imagine how cool that would be to harvest. Strain your neck. Okay. One of the things that I want to get into here, because it's going to be a mobile base here, one of the things we should try and get is some kind of power save mode. And let's get some turbines in here. Let's get the advanced if we can fit them. These are big, actually, so these are going to take up a fair bit of space. If we can fit them at all. We don't want to eat into the hangar space. If we can avoid it, we might not be able to do it because these things are enormous. The thruster placement, the way we've got it. Yeah, that is not going to look good, is it? No room there. I don't think we're going to fit the advanced ones in here. We don't necessarily need the advanced ones, because if we do the power save mode correctly, assuming thrusters would be off, constructors would be off, everything but maybe a few fridges, a couple of fridges and maybe a light or two, LCD or two would be off, right? So we aren't going to be able to fit the advanced in there. Let's see if we can fit the standards in. There's like a gap here that I'm eyeing up right now, and yes, look at that. Here we go. Here we go. Right, symmetry on. Let's go from here. 1, 2, and that's 4. And that's 4. Let's see if we can shove a couple of the basics in here as well. because these things are much more compact. And these things are, you can get 2 of them in, or 4 of them in as well. Lovely. Easy peasy. So that should be more than enough to keep this thing on a low power mode and not use any fuel, which means your garden doesn't die, right? So airflow, fridges, maybe grow lights, so they're going to be the only things we're able to run in low power mode. But hopefully that'll do it. I mean, I haven't done the math or anything, but hopefully that'll do it. These nacelles are friggin' vital. Yes, oi, that's exactly what I will be doing. A kingdom for a fridge that can have container controllers in it for mass food production. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? A container controller fridge. Cold storage. Star Salvage had it, didn't it? Okay. We don't need to take into account mobile repair bays or anything because we can just add them easily. Next up is CPU and then constructors. So we're going to add it up the way up to core 13, I think it is now, isn't it? So basics, improved, advanced, and superior, and quantums. Alrighty. So maybe this could be this space up here that we have here could be good for CPU computer core then. I mean, we've already armored the box here, so may as well continue, right? And then that side can be food, meds, constructors, maybe the armory or something, if we can fit it all in there. Yeah, let's make this computer core. And I'm going to start building on the inner corner. Let's see, we've got corridor here though. And we're going to step down. So we've got 2 high ceilings. And then walkway over here. Means step up into a computer room. There. Okay. And this really, these blocks I'm placing here, they really need to be container extensions, right? But I'm not quite there yet, so I'm just using steel as a placeholder. But let's use plastic as a placeholder. That way, if I do forget to replace it or don't replace it for whatever reason, not taking up a huge amount of space. Weight. Oh, that's hardened steel. Right. So let's turn CPU symmetry off. 1, 2. I'm not too worried about making this all kind of pathable. Oh. There we go. Crazy how much room is actually needed for this, isn't it? Right. So continuing the armor block there. There we go. Have shields, CPU, plenty of room in the computer core there for extensions. So that gives us a whopping 1.16 million. At the moment, we're at 409,000 CPU before we've even started ripping things back. Use advanced turbines as thruster deco. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. It's just a shame. Well, yeah. The only problem with that is obviously the exposure of the turbines, and I'd need to widen this by 1 block, which is necessarily the end of the world. I think it will be okay with the standards and the basics. In all honesty, I don't imagine in a low power mode that would exceed what we got there. All right, so let's get rid of this stuff. This is symmetry crap. Before I realized I had it still on. Okay, so now we've got this section here. So let's think about this. We've got the ramps themselves, and we don't need that wall, in all honesty. We could have an open plan sort of thing going on here. So we have like a corner entranceway. Let's do this in plastic. Something like that, right? You come into this area, and again, I might change a lot of this out to be container extensions. So actually, this is the bottom of the ship, so it won't be. This will be steel. Right. Get rid of you. What we need is universal constructors, advanced constructors, and small constructors. I don't know any reason to use larges anymore, other than the fact that maybe you have a universal and a large. Could be quickly upgrading that to an advanced. Deconstructor, universal, and advanced. Okay. So 1 deconstructor will be sufficient. I'll put that in the back corner, maybe. The universal is the beast, so let's put that. What I like to do with the universal is sort of pair them with the smalls, right? They just sort of look kind of cool like that. 1 deconstructor, 1 universal, and let's have space for one, 2, 3 advanced. And there we go. Your face and your voice are out of sync. Your face and your voice is out of sync. Coming at me with your face, voice, sync nonsense. Yeah, is it? Yeah. I don't even know how that happens. I'll be honest. That is a bizarre bug thing. Majig. I don't know what's slower, the camera or the voice. Is it the voice comes first and then the camera? Because I mean, I'm looking at the camera and it's like instant, done, back. On my preview, it looks fine. I can't tell. For me, it looks perfectly fine. Looks fine to me. Okay, thank you guys. It's all good. It's it's a you problem. Hit F5. Hello, Spanj. How are you? I hope family feels better. 3D Addict. Thank you very much. I'm very tired, but I'm okay. Spanj, we won for freedom. Yay! What a Jackie! Good job, man. And democracy. If you're going all out, you may as well put it in for aux cores long. Wow. Let's see if they fit. Actually, it's a good point. Let's see if they'll fit. No, that's the NPC. Large auxiliaries. I think these are Dubai, aren't they? Yeah. So how many of these can we fit? I've done this in I think I could lay this out better. Let's get rid of these a second. Let's get all of them in again. So I think, let's take the quantums out a second. These can definitely be laid out better, like the superiors and stuff, right? So let's do this way. Superiors. Like that. Quantums. You get 4 of these, don't you? Right, so do I want to use that space? I don't see why not. Why not, you know? 3, 4, and auxiliaries. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I mean, you can get everything in there. It's going to be real squish in there, but you can get them all in there. Okay, good. Although I think for the blueprint, I mean, it's not going to have quantums in the blueprint, so what the hell am I even doing? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not going to have quantums in the blueprint, so who cares? Right, never before. They can. Wow, 20! Holy Rooney, dude! What? Okay, now my face and my voice is out of sync. This is never before just smacked them in shit out of me. Holy moly, dude, 20 memberships. Oh my god. Thank you, never before. Thank you so much. I mean, you've already gifted 10, so 30. You're up to 30. Are there even that many people watching on YouTube? I don't even know. Dude. What? Wow. Thank you, never before. That is an incredible generosity. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. Merry Christmas. Thank you very much. Wow. Where am I? I've forgotten. Gosh. That's amazing. Thank you very much. Never before. Wow. How much of a starter CV will this be? Asked Nigel. I'm not going to lie to you, Nigel. It's going to be an expensive starter CV. It's not going to be cheap. It's going to cost a lot of resources. But the plan is it only costs a lot of the basic bitch resources that you can get from the starter system. Minimal gold, minimal Orestrum Zircosium, you know. And it might perform like ass when out of the factory, you know, barely lifts off or something, but it lifts off. Just about gets to warp speed, but it gets to warp speed. Has barely any shields that drones are a threat, but it has shields, that sort of thing, you know. And then the idea being that as you farm POIs, mine resources, you upgrade the CPU on this thing, and you upgrade it, and you upgrade it, and you upgrade it all the way to you taking it in legacy space with something like the Ushan on top of it to go and farm infectors and whatnot. So yes, starter in double quotes there, but something that will last you a very long time, hopefully. Whew. Honestly, I think YouTube should auto like streams if you watch for more than 30 minutes. That's an idea. That is an idea. There's probably going to be a lot of backlash on that one. I'm not gonna lie. You probably get a lot of people going, no, poo-pooing all over it, you know. But it's an idea. I like it. Okay. So totally, completely, and utterly lost every train of thought there ever was. Thank you again, never before, for destroying my mind. But dude, seriously, wow. Okay. Let's move these two out of the way. Wink. Where the fuck is the driving seat in this? Here it is. How have these two both gone out? This spotlight's going to be useful, actually. It'll lighten up the ass. Very nice. Okay. We haven't got storage, obviously. Wi-Fi, obviously. Detector, of course. That's something I need to take into account, really. The detector. Obviously, we're going to want an advanced long-range detector, or a space for it somewhere, at least. And that is not an easy block to have. I mean, instantly, my first reaction is to put it there, or somewhere around the sort of underside of the ship, where it's not going to interfere with the in and outie of the hover vessel entrance exit way, of course. We don't have medical, we don't have an armory, and all the other little blocks that come with that. Now we have got this space here, which is only going to be one high, one block height, but you only need one block height for full medical and full armory and stuff like that. So that is a possibility. There's definitely a possibility. Thanks, Chucky. I don't want to talk for everyone though, Chucky. You can't talk for everyone on that subject here. You never know. I need to pee. Inevitably. Always happens. But I need to pee. I'll be right back. Share stream. You guys are crazy. Chat stream is best stream. Well, hell, chat by far. Our Lord Chair, our leader, has returned to us. Hail the chair. Chair knows all best places to shop. Chair does what it wants. Buying on the best chair related items. Chair probably has only fans. How good a builder is Chair? Chair makes the ship Helios and Astra modules compatible. Good job the chair never has to pee. We'd be stuck with Spanj. Ouch. Chair is better than Spoon. Only Chair. Now you're floating, fat man. Have a good one, buddy. Oh, brilliant. I am what I am. Thank you for the follow. Welcome along. Appreciate you, dude. All right. I might. I've lost whatever little train of thought I've had. Just gone. Words. Words? What words? Where we're going, we don't need words. Okay, I need to path this. I need to path the interior out here a little bit, right? So we've got a corridor here that goes steps up, and then we got a long corridor all the way to the bridge. Long corridor all the way to the bridge. I might have to put a little driving seat somewhere in here, a little alcove or something, maybe over here, so you can get out of your SV, jump straight into a cockpit and drive in those emergencies, you know, so you don't have to do a 20-mile hike just to start moving the ship. Take it easy, Robert. Have a good night, buddy. What I think I'm going to do here, symmetry this up a second. And take that out and build up there. Take that out, because that's no longer relevant. We can still have this sort of open plan entrance way here. It's just going to obviously integrate that a little bit more. Okie dokie. We've got a path along here. Get some stairs in. Stairs. Thank you. Obviously got this engineering thing going on here as well. And then these aren't airtight, so that's going to have to go there. Hello. Twitch breaking down on you guys. Sorry, everybody. I'm just doing this out of combat steel because obviously there's not a lot between here and that warp drive. So I'll put something there that's at least somewhat armored. This might be better off as heavy glass. One thing I haven't put in this room is the core itself, isn't it? Playing a tennis. Weird, Twitch chat is completely frozen on my mobile. Weird. That is odd. Twitchy, twitchy, twitch, twitch, twitch. I see Natanis's test. It seems fine on my page. Wow, there's a massive dip in. Crikey. When was that? 10:15? 10:15 on YouTube. I lost about... Oh, no. That's... Okay, I don't know why I'm looking at this stuff right now. There was like just a really weird dip in viewers. It's just suddenly all just gone. That's the thing as well. It's like, I actually want this thing to be visible. Like, mostly. Mostly. Armored, but not completely boxed. I think that'll do. I think that'll do nicely. And then on top, we'll put some hardened steel on the top deck here. And there we go. How's the child? Hey, Shab.
Welcome aboard.
How does one build legacy cores? X-ray. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Do you mean these guys, the CPU quantum extenders? Or do you mean these things, the quantum processors? Hey, call me Vid. What's up, dude? How do? How do? Right. I would, like, make this whole thing container extensions, except that is a little bit risky. Like, making the whole roof container extensions. It's just like, yeah. There goes all the armor. The armor we had. None. 0. Right. Landing gears. Just found your YouTube. Good stuff. Thank you very much, dude. Oh, that's awesome. Always nice to hear. Okay. Let's see. We got landing gears. One landing gears up front. Let's do 1, 2, and landing gears at back. That's not going to be in line, is it? Because of the drive thruster. So let's move it over a bit. 1, 2, and inserted. 1. No, sorry. Oh, right next to the drive thruster. There we go. I think... Oh god, it's really dodgy. I think that will sit. That will sit nicely. You might think, oh, this is super top heavy, it's just going to fall forward, but there's not actually a lot of weight there. All of the weight is back here, right, on this landing gear. Most of the weight is going to be sat on this landing gear. I'm actually worried that this one is too far forward and it's going to tip backwards of all things, but I think it'll be okay, because we've also got a lot of weight, you know, with the shield generators and stuff up the front here. So I think it'll be okay. I think those landing gears will be fine. I'll need to build some kind of like cowling around that, but that's okay. Quantum processors. Okay, so the processors, you can't build them. You have to loot them. They're loot only. You can get them from... So there's several places you can get them. You can get them from any abandoned POI. So any POI that starts abandoned. There are some exceptions to that, actually, thinking about it. Because there's a bunch of abandoned stuff on Dead Worlds that won't be included in that. So abandoned stuff with purple names. Abandoned factory, abandoned mine, abandoned assembly yard. Does that even exist anymore? Don't think so. Reactor, bunker, drone base. Trying to think of all the abandons now. You'll also get them from tier... How many are here? Tier 3. Xerax POIs and above. The Chevron admin cores, yeah, quite right, Northmore. So if you're attacking Xerax planets, you can tell tier 3s will have the bubble shields, I think. I'll do tier 2s have that as well. Tier 3s, I think things like the missile base has quantums in it. The GIST fusion reactor, fusion power plant, military bunker, basically tough ass bastard freaking really shitty Xerax POIs will have the quantum processors. Honestly, early game, your best bet to get them is abandoned POIs. Do the abandoned reactor. It's not a long one. It's not hard, and it will net you a few quantums each time, right? The abandoned bunker is a really long slog. You'll get the same number of quantums as you do a reactor. You want to do a time based kind of efficiency. The reactor is king on that one, in my opinion. It's really easy to do real quick. What else? The quickest and most efficient way of getting quantum processors is to farm them from legacy infectors. And decimators if you can manage it. Depot's the quickest run? Fair enough. Yeah, cool. The factory is the worst of them, yeah. Factory's a bitch. So, yeah. If you got a ship that can take on a legacy infector, you're laughing. You basically go to legacy space and just have at it. Kill the infectors. Kill them all. Kill them all! Because you'll get 15 per infector, generally. Between 10 and 15. Somewhere between 10 and 15 per infector. Which is pretty damn awesome when you remember how fucking rare they are. You'll do some abandoned POIs, you'll get one. Ugh. That is so demoralizing. It's like, one? Seriously? This took me an hour. And you give me a one? But yeah, it does happen, man. It does happen. Alright. We're looking good. We're looking good. I do need to figure out where to put medical and stuff like that, but... Let's see. We got this space up here now, right? Bum 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 dum dum dum. Oh, it's very dramatic. It's very dramatic. Four will do. Four will do. I know a lot of you will be like, yeah, four sucks. And you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But let me tell you why four will do. I've got four on the Seaf, and it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly acceptable. It's an acceptable amount of drill power. It really is. And anybody like, you know, going, well, shut up. Yeah. Aesthetically, from an aesthetic point of view, right? Four is fine. So trying to cram any more in there, and then you've got multiple lines conflicting with each other that don't then marry up. And then, obviously, if then I start sinking turrets into this little space here, the thing gets in the way. It gets in the way. You know... I'm one of those psychos that prefer the tool turrets. Alright. That's weird. That takes so much longer. You have to come out of it and then switch to the... Disgusting. To switch to flying every time you need to move the ship to get a better angle. Oh my god. No. Just stop it. Just stop it. Right now. Hey, right. How you doing, buddy? Just stop it.
Shut up, Wesley.
Fair enough. All right. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, what the... So difficult to see when symmetry's on like this. My only drama with this is there is no side visibility whatsoever. And I think it would be nice if I just track these a second. It would be nice to have some side visibility, even though I will complete that sentence next stream, guys. Sorry, please stand by. Even though side visibility from this point of view would probably just be those drills. Actually, I think that makes quite a bit of difference there, doesn't it? Although, admittedly, when you get to this point now, yeah, that, right? Blind spots galore. Well, yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. Oop. That's going to be your view. Cockpit there. That's not bad, is it? Come on. Asteroid Helios to watch your docking. Come on, man. Ah, man. Pilot seat time. Alright. Give you a control station. Here you go. That's your view. Although... Is that one better? No, that's loads of freaking... That's your best view, isn't it, that one? Yeah, because you've got nothing to look down and everything, but... Yeah, F it. I'll stick to that. It's all good. Just don't die. Easy, right? Okay, then do it. We're gonna get proper additional heavy glass shape alternatives. Ah, yes, right. Looks like your ship is wearing a ski mask, but is very effective. All right. Let's see. That's a lot of steel. Every time I do something like that, it's like I'm just like wincing at the weight addition that I'm adding to the ship. So much so that I know that I got a double layer of steel here because I got the top pad and then I got a double layer of it, right? So the top, it kind of needs to be steel. Need is a strong word. Does it need to be steel? I don't know. I don't know if it needs to be steel. Like, why does it need to be steel? It's literally just a freaking... Just a platform. It's just a platform, right? Why does it need to be steel? I mean... Gonna have holes poked into it so easily if it's not, but... What's docked doesn't take any damage, so why make it steel? Why bother? That's going to be a hell of a friggin' firing solution when that thing goes off, I say. Imagine upgrading them to mediums as well, all 8 medium GATs, and then parking this near a POI. Terracotta. Hey Bill, welcome along, buddy. Lucas and Blackjack. Thanks, Billy. Really sort of nailed it there, huh, bud? Right, so if I put a little bit of steel in front of each of these turrets, and then these can be swapped out to, I mean, obviously I'm going to take them out. I'll probably just leave like 2 in the front, and then I need something. Oh, this is something I haven't actually considered yet. I need something guarding the top. I haven't factored that in, actually. There was a time when CVs were paper. Yeah, I know. Everything was down to shields, wasn't it? Oh, shielding. Gotta be careful here because symmetry mode has a nasty, nasty habit of overriding the block from the opposite pane. Also, doing this with plastic means that it's definitely not going to tip forward. There's not going to be enough weight forward to do anything. So this is quite a nice little area that opens up here before you go down the stairs. This would be quite good for an armory. It's stepped, which is somewhat irritating, but we could use that to zone the rooms maybe. Although I probably want the roof of this to be steel. This whole corridor, actually. The roof of it, at least, anyway. That way, you know, if you get a cheeky little hole breach in your platform, or a little hit on your platform, a steel hull can take the hit, right? Plastic one can't. If you do plastic corridor and you take a hit, that hole becomes a hole, and you lose airtightness straight away, and then you're freaking freezing, suffocating, whatever. So yeah, I mean this whole thing needs to be steel lined. Go to there. Like that. And that's even with the shields up, remember, as well. Even with the shields up. I need to redo this, obviously, with shaping and stuff, but yeah. There we go. I am not new here. I have been doing as long as Spanj have. Yeah. Thanks for the caps, Bill. You're really fighting your corner there. If you half block the roof now, it will never cause any problems in the future. Docked ships will guard the top. No, they won't. You need a bed to log off. Do you remember? Yeah. So I was also thinking that we'd get like a hatch in the roof here, so we can quickly go whoop out onto the deck from here. And possibly even doing some kind of like downward airlock type arrangement. Come out in front of this gat turret so that you can come out here and just get instantly sawn in half. That'll be cool. I don't know what happened then. I gotta be honest. It was a bit random. Alright, anyway. Long range radar. I think I'm getting really tired now. It's going a bit bonkers. The fuck is it? There it is. And I'm not putting that stupid one on there. I don't even ask. There you go. Yep, cool. That works. Wrong ranged radar. Wrong range radar. Hey, Pavilion. What's up, dude? I don't know whether to round this whole line of blocks off and then straighten them up here, or to keep them square. To be honest, I tempted to try them round. See what that does. Watch out, boys. You have to shut up now because he's here. Yeah? Not that he gives a flying fuck what you say about him, to be honest. He's pretty cold like that. He doesn't care. But he's here, by the way. Watch out. Don't talk shit. Benj is reliving his Breaking Bad series without having a Fuju steak. What? Fudge. Right. Vermelion, please fix. What's he fixing now? Your beef. What's your beef? Right. There we go. The rest of this can now be plastic. Because it's just a platform for parking on. It still doesn't like solve the problem of bending upwards. So I got a lot of turrets that can shoot down. Yeah, it's like the Super Destroyer all over again. I got, you know, all this under deck firing solution, no above deck. The only thing I can think of is to mount a couple of retractables back here. Like this. Because they shouldn't interfere with the landing stuff. The other option is I mount a couple into the side of the nacelles. Little pop out, so they won't be able to hit the top, but they'd have an angle on up and whatnot, up and down, forward, a bit to the sides, so on and so forth. But yeah. I think that's probably it. It looks better. Roundy. Hey, Draxis, what's up, dude? Vermilion, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't it Elion that would have to be the one to add more block shapes for things such as, say, heavy glass? I seem to recall someone saying, yep, that is correct, chap. You don't need Vermilion to answer that one. Bill is still shouting. I love it. Bill is just freaking embracing that all caps, isn't he? Just, I also make my own ships. Okay, Bill. All right. Calm down. We believe you. No need to shout. Needs more Dakar. Yeah, I can get more Dakar on there. I'd rather not put them in front of the reverse engines, you know, if I can avoid it. And also because that then sort of cancels out this armor. And this is very flat right now, what I'm doing here, but I think I might shape it a little bit later. I'm not sure into what, but we'll see when we get to the shaping bit, although I have already done a bit of that up here. Yeah, all right. Again, this will need to be steel. I think we've got ourselves a CV here, you know? What are we up to? 649,000 CPU. Not bad, considering 74,000 shields. It's all just light GATs, of course, but it's not really built for combat, so... yeah. Getting it down to Core 1 when we're finished, or Core 2, is going to be fun. You have to wait to open your presents on Monday. Flying shoebox with a pointy nose. Exactly. I think it needs more up dog Spanj. Yeah, no, I'm not saying that, Natalis. Good try, though. Unfortunately, I've seen Scrubs, so it taught me everything I know. Caps lock is cruise control for cool. Oh man, that's funny. How many streams do you think this one will take? Oh, this one won't take nearly as long as the carrier. It's compact by comparison. So I think maybe 4 streams. I think 4 streams we'll have this one done. But this one, I'm not sure this one should count because it's an extremely short stream. So by my usual standards. So unfortunately I have to go now. It's so it's getting late, and with the wife not very well and the child recovering from not being very well, I may very well be up this evening tonight attending child and getting her back to sleep and stuff, or even attending wife, fetching her freaking god knows what, or water bowls and things. You know the deal. Married bros, you know what I'm talking about. Bros, I hate that word. I don't know why I would say that. It just upsets me. Anyway, start thinking about names. Start thinking about names, everybody. But yeah, this is don't forget, we're gonna absolutely trim this thing down to like core nothing if we can. All these big thrusters are just going to be little crappy thrusters, and we'll just have a lift and go, and everything else will be crap. But highly upgradable, and something that will hopefully last well into getting into legacy space and blowing the living bejesus out of whatever's over there. So yeah, this ship shape became very familiar. It did, didn't it? It's very quasar-y, but it's actually longer than a quasar. Quasars are wider than they are longer, I think. But yeah, I like it. I like it so far. Pretty cool. Wish you a restful night for all 3 of you. Thank you very much, Patrick. Hope the fam starts feeling better. I appreciate that, Shap. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Oscar, again, thank you for 100 bits. I missed 12 minutes ago. Call me vid as well. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Trombender resub, 46 months. Thank you so much, dude. And I am what I am. Thank you for the follow. I think I said thank you for that one already, but I'll say it again anyway. And of course, big shout out to Never Before for dropping just 30 fecking memberships over on YouTube. What an absolute boss. Dude, so cool. But thank you, everybody, for all the subs and resubs. Johnny as well. Adonis as well. Thank you, Merlin. And Oscar for all the gifties and donations. Thank you all for the subs and resubs, follows, everything in between. Sorry if I didn't call out your name. I really do apologize. I try my best, but sometimes I do miss people. Thank you for joining me in the chat as well and hanging out with me. You guys are awesome. It's so much fun streaming for you guys. Hopefully I'll be back doing it soon, but I will not have an episode up on YouTube tomorrow, unfortunately. Not been able to do any recording. And then next week we're into Christmas week, so probably just going to be the Friday stream. And if I can get one out Saturday or Sunday, perhaps I'll see you guys then. But otherwise, it's going to be after Christmas before I get any more recorded content out, I'm afraid. Been one of those. Been a few weeks, you know. But yeah, thank you so much for all your support. It means the world to me. And hopefully I'll see you soon. Take care of yourselves. Thank you again, and good night, everybody. Bye bye.